Trish Stratus and Lita are heading to WrestleMania 39. Jamie Hayter successfully retains AEW Women's Championship. Ruby Soho goes rogue, joining forces with Toni Stom and Saraya. Chelsea Green and Carmella teaming up is the cutest thing ever, and Ronda Rousey is injured before the grandest stages of them all. Welcome if you're entering the Belle. This is DS and this is Women's Wrestling Weekly. We got a huge week this week with AEW Revolution, so let's get right into it, starting with last night's WWE Raw. On Raw, we got Carmella versus Raw Women's Champion Bianca Belair. Before the match, we see Chelsea Green join forces with Carmella talking shit together about Adam Pearce. They looked so good together, looking like silver goddesses. Seriously, Carmella's gear was next level here, and I love that extra detail from Chelsea with the blue eyeshadow matching Carmella's denim look. Seriously love this team so much, and as much as we've seen Carmella versus Bianca for like 100th time, their chemistry was so good and the match felt surprisingly fresh as Chelsea interfered multiple times, annoying the heck out of Bianca to a point Bianca runs out to dump her over the barricade, and Carmella almost pick up a win, rolling up Bianca with her legs on the rope, but Bianca kicks out and hits KOD to defeat Carmella. Post-match, Carmella and Chelsea beat down the Raw Women's Champion, but Asuka runs down with the high heels and Blue missed the heck out of Chelsea, and the segment ends with the respectful face-off. So next week we're getting Chelsea Green versus Bianca. I don't know. Why am I more excited about the team of Chelsea and Carmella than the actual Raw Women's Championship feud? I'm stratified about the match, but this feud really needs to spice up real quick. Next we see Nikki Cross versus Piper Niven singles match following last week where Candice LeRae defeated Piper with a roll-up, but she then ambushed and injured Candice backstage afterwards. In this match, Nikki goes feral on Piper, choking her even before the bell rings. Piper though takes down Nikki with one unfortunately botched move, picking up the win almost instantly. Again, another storyline that is intriguing, but this being a WrestleMania season and WrestleMania approaching so quickly makes me wonder, like, what is this for? Like, what is this heading into? A pre-show match? Battle Royale? I'll say I'm a bit confused. And we have the new WWE Women's Tag Team Champions Becky Lynch and Lita coming to celebrate their historic win last week. Seriously, Lita looks so damn good, especially with the belt on. And Trish Stratus enters the ring congratulating Lita and Becky for the victory and brings back her prior interaction with Bayley where she interrupted her last August. Most people probably forgot, but the Queen remembers. Cue Damage Ctrl interrupting her yet again, saying that Trish and Lita might be the reason they are all here in the ring today, but they will now be the reason for them to never come back to the ring. Trish then says she will shut Bayley's mouth up at WrestleMania in a 6-women tag match, officially making this match official. Okay, like, is this real? Is this like my 2K23 GM mode? Like, what is going on? I love that Trish and Lita will be competing in another WrestleMania in 2023. I'm so excited, and I'm so glad that the storyline is actually getting a great build. In fact, it's getting more storyline build than Raw and SmackDown Women's Championship matches. And can you believe that this is Lita's only second WrestleMania ever? I will be honestly so happy if Victoria gets Hall of Fame induction on top of this match. That will be Diva Stan's dream scenario. That said, does this mean that Women's Tag Team Championship won't be defended at WrestleMania? I can't imagine WWE not booking Ronda Rousey on WrestleMania, and we'll talk a little bit more about this later on the SmackDown section, but yeah, she is injured, but she's still expected to work at WrestleMania. And with WWE spreading time to build all these side storylines like Carmella and Chelsea Coalition, Nikki and Candice, Tegan and Natalya, I feel like there must be something coming. So we shall see. I am interested to see how it all pans out. Perhaps a return of WrestleMania Battle Royale. By the way, Worked Wrestling reported that Trish will be around for a lengthy program, and she definitely won't be in a role most expect. I mean, the 6-women tag is pretty much expected, so I wonder if there will be another wrinkle to the storyline before Mania hits. Maybe Trish heel turn? And this episode is brought to you by Dossier. Dossier has been the longest partner of our channel because we absolutely love them. We use Dossier fragrance every day. Dossier believes everyone deserves to smell like luxury, making premium fragrances accessible to everyone. You know how price markups in fragrance industry is huge, either because of celebrity endorsement fees or pricey packaging. But with Dossier, you can enjoy clean, ethically sourced, long-lasting, high-end perfume in budget. My recent favorite is Woody Sandalwood, inspired by Le Labo, which their retail price is nearing $200. This is a lot more affordable. And I'll be attending WrestleMania later this month, so for those of you who will also be there, you'll be able to first-hand experience how nice I smell thanks to Dossier. And for Ring the Bell fam only, you can use the discount code 10RingTheBell, and they currently have 20% off discount going on already, and you'll be able to stack it together to make everything even more affordable. Thank you, Dossier. Let's head to WWE NXT, full of women's action as always. First, we saw Meiko Satomura versus Zoe Stark. Highly anticipated match between the two, with NXT Women's Champion Roxanne Perez on the commentary. Obviously, it was a fun match with Satomura and ultra-athletic Stark, and at the end, Zoe misses 450 splash and Meiko hits Death Valley Driver, followed by Deadly Scorpio Rising for the win in 11 minutes, leaving Roxanne all gagged, and they have a brief, very respectful face-off before their championship match at Roadblock. This will be another great match for the champion Roxanne. Gosh, she's such a Disney babyface. She says something like, Meiko taught me that it's not brain but a heart that wins the matches. Like, so Disney, but she kills in the ring, so it's a good balance. Anyway, I was very satisfied. Next, we see Katana Chance and Kaden Carter find Wendy Choo attacked and injured in the parking lot. Tiffany Stratton then has Tiffany Epiphany trying to be a detective and blames Katana and Kaden for everything. This prompts Katana to challenge Tiffany for a match. By the way, the news is that Wendy is legitimately injured, but nothing too serious, thankfully. I love that parking lot is the most dangerous space in NXT. I really like this parking lot serial attacker storyline with Nikita and now Wendy. Like, who could this be? It's so intriguing. Katana Chance versus Tiffany Stratton match was awesome. I'm so used to seeing Katana and Kaden as a team all the time, I forgot how amazing they are individually. Katana Chance is seriously a marvel to look at in the ring, but of course Tiffany Stratton has been slaying, and when Alba Fire and Isla Dawn come down to distract Kaden and Katana, Stratton uses this opportunity to plant Katana down and hit her beautiful moonsault to pick up a win in 3 minutes. I low-key wish Alba and Isla would cast a spell or something, not just normal human interrupting. Post-match, Tiffany Stratton cuts a promo saying that she's putting out a challenge for the NXT Women's Championship. Either that would be Roxanne or Meiko. That will be a banger of a match. I'm very satisfied. Another singles match, Sol Ruca versus Elektra Lopez, accompanied by her protege of kind, Valentina Ferros. She's teaching her the ways of the streets. Sol continues to show her impressive arsenal of moves, and at the end, Lopez goes in the corner to find her brass knuckles hidden there, but turns out Valentina has taken them away, which angers Lopez, and using this distraction, Sol hits her famous Soul Snatcher to finish Lopez in 5 minutes. Post-match, Elektra goes off on Valentina, but Valentina snaps on her and hits her with the brass knuckles, laying her out. Interesting storyline. I love that NXT is creating all these storylines for their women, regardless of how big their roster is. I feel like I know them. I know every single one of them. That's something very unique to this brand, which I love. But yeah, curious to see where this new fire under Ferros will take her. Very satisfied. And lastly, we see Gigi Dolin cut a promo, and I was not ready for this. Like, not at all. So she first comes out to Toxic Attraction music and announced that the music is gonna retire now. Sad, but JC Jane's music is basically the same music with JC Jane instead of Toxic. Anyway, Gigi really shares a lot of her life here. She talks about her childhood trauma and having to run away from home to pursue dream of becoming a pro wrestler, and JC's betrayal reminded her of her mom. Apparently, this is in fact based on her real life struggles, and she did cut her ties with her parents. I previously wondered why WWE turned JC heel, not Gigi, but this and JC killing it with her heel promo explains a lot. One thing I do want to address though is that we've seen wrestlers like Liv Morgan and Lacey Evans share their real life struggles on TV with not much success previously, because ultimately it didn't really connect with the character and the story they were telling on TV. So I hope this time WWE would continue to incorporate trauma, maybe even distrust of close friends, insecurities into Gigi's character going forward, instead of, okay, these are her traumas, people, sympathize with her now. Yeah, after this, I really can't tell who's gonna win this feud. On AEW Dynamite, we saw returning Riho versus Toni Storm clashes of two former AEW Women's Champions. Before the match, Britt says in an interview, "You can look, but you can't touch." The AEW Women's Champion belt to Saraya, the homage to Bella twins. This was a fun match between the two, with Riho Toni look like a total menace every time she hit her hip attack. Also, Saraya really found her path in AEW. She's so good as a heel. Like, she's screaming up and down. It's so annoying, and she even sneaks in a knee to Riho. Halfway through this match, Jamie and Britt come down the ramp, and at the end, Britt distracts Toni, which gives opportunity for Riho to roll Toni up for a win in 10 minutes. This This was a decent match. We'll talk more about Rio's win this week in the Rampage section, but I'm mostly confused about why this particular match even happened on a go-home show for Revolution. None of the 3 participants of the championship match is in this match. Like, why? Post-match, Toni Storm goes after Britt, but she easily throws Toni into the barricade. Jamie and Saraya then brawl inside the ring. Ruby Soho then runs out to attack Saraya, and shocking, she attacks Jamie too, extending the whole whose team is Ruby on storyline going into Revolution, which had a nice payoff. Impact Wrestling, we saw Mickie James come out to cut a victory promo for defeating Masha Slamovich at No Surrender. She then proceeds to talk about Jordynne Grace, who's been brewing this conspiracy theory about Mickie James tapping out during their Hard to Kill match. Then Giselle Shaw, the quintessential diva, interrupts the Knockouts champion, says that Mickie really needs to face her, not Jordynne Grace. Mickie then reminds Giselle that she already defeated her, but Giselle says this is a whole new Giselle, who is now accompanied by the executive stylist Jay Vidal and head of personal security Savannah Evans. Mickie then says, okay, let's go. But Giselle tucks her tail and tries to leave, but Gail Kim enters with the hot pink suit. Like, I've been looking for a hot pink suit myself, so we got this telepathy going on. She then books a Knockouts championship match between the two next week. This will be a really fun match given that Giselle is on a roll defeating Diana Purrazzo at No Surrender. She's been killing it, so this match with Mickie will be a fresh one, and I'm really curious how Jordynne Grace will factor into this match. Also worth noting, Impact Wrestling showed promo package of Kyrie versus Mercedes Moné. Could we see some money on Impact Wrestling? On AEW Rampage go home show for Revolution, let's have a completely random match. Returning Riho versus Emi Sakura, because we love some teacher versus student match. I mean, the match was fun. Riho looked so cute here with the new hairdo. It was a 10-minute match, and after Emi's moonsault misses, Rio's double stop also misses, and Riho catches Emi with the leg scissors roll up. Beautiful pin for the win. Okay, I love Riho. Like what Jim Ross says, she sure is the 98 pounds of a dangerous woman. She's also the inaugural AEW Women's Champion, don't forget about that, so she holds that prestige. So Riho here won 2 matches back-to-back just this week. Must mean something big, and I should be excited about this, right? But the issue is, this is a go-home show for AEW Revolution. It's not like AWS monthly pay-per-views. They only have a few, so no disrespect for Riho, but they really should have used this week to heat up the triple threat match. I just don't understand. Like, Jamie is one of the most popular wrestlers they have, organically built reaction to, and AEW is doing nothing with it. And no offense to her amazing blouse that she's been wearing every week, but Jamie Hayter we want to see is ass-kicking, hater-rating Jamie Hayter inside a ring, not these mindless interviews and brawls with everyone. And Saraya, a lot of you feel very comfortable bashing Saraya. Oh, she fumbled, she flopped in AEW. No, she has crazy heel hit going. And can you really blame Saraya if AEW isn't doing anything with it? Also with Riho, we've seen her return to AEW for like 3-4 weeks and leave for another 3-4 months just to repeat that cycle. So it's really difficult for fans to be invested in her when we fully expect her to leave again after a short program. Let alone, we still don't know anything about her character. Most character we know is that she keeps leaving. Also, where the heck is Jade Cargill? Someone please tell her it's open mic night, bitch. Where is my TBS champion? She had that whole heated storyline of the baddies revolting against her, and then crickets. It's just so bizarre because I've been genuinely enjoying AEW Women's Division recently and improved so much, so it's just frustrating to see it backstep, because at the end of the day, it's just really lack of care from the management and creative that's causing all these issues. Let's head to WWE SmackDown. We got this huge match between Rhea Ripley versus Liv Morgan. Rhea and Liv has so much history between them since their very memorable lesbianic tag team breaking. Then they have bloomed into the top stars of each brand, so this clash was really anticipated. I mean, we've been knew that Liv would be losing because Rhea is heading into the WrestleMania main event, but this match, Liv Morgan really popped off to the point I'm like, Liv maybe should join in SmackDown Women's Championship match as a triple threat. They had really good chemistry as expected, but Rhea really let Liv shine with a huge missile dropkick, codebreaker off the rope, and top rope codebreaker. But ultimately, Rhea Ripley hits Liv with the riptide and finishes her off with a devastating rendition of inverted cloverleaf, having Liv tap out. This was a really good match, but I'm surprised that Charlotte wasn't here. Hello, is this WrestleMania main event? Like, where is the storyline? Where is the animosity? And where's the intensity? And why is Liv Morgan looking great and she loves getting her hair pulled are the biggest takeaways from the match? Make it make sense. I'm Confucius. The match was really fun though. Then we saw Shayna Baszler versus Tegan Nox singles match, originally planned for a tag match, but backstage brawl among these four left Ronda with an arm injury. injury. And this is also legitimate. PW Torch reported that Ronda has aggravated a prior injury, but reports are saying that this won't affect her ability to wrestle at WrestleMania 39. Anyway, I'm still confused as to what is going on with this Tegan-Natty team-up situation. Wouldn't it make much more sense for Natty to team up with like Shotzi, who Shayna also injured? Tegan's knees got nothing to do with Shayna. Anyway, this was a quick match with Shayna brutalizing Tegan's arm, and she finishes Tegan off with a knee strike and an arm bar. I guess Shayna is doing more armbar for Ronda. Yeah, still Confucius about this whole storyline. Like, what's going on? If the rumor is true, Ronda and Shayna will be challenging Lita and Becky for the Women's Tag Team Championship. But with the 6-women tag team match announced on Raw, I don't know if Women's Tag Team Championship will be defended anymore and where the storyline for Ronda and Shayna is going heading into WrestleMania. Ronda is having a match at WrestleMania, right? She must be. Let's head to AEW Revolution. We had one women's match. Triple threat for the AEW Women's Championship. Jamie Hayter versus Saraya versus Ruby Soho. Pretty quick match. 10 minutes they got and they wasted no time. By the way, all three women looked so great. Saraya looked great with her neon green attire and Jamie Hayter came in with so much fanfare. Although her pink hair is now looking a bit similar to Dakota Kai. What's going on here? They wasted no time and they start fighting outside on the barricade into the crowd section. It was really cute when Ruby used security's hand to do the crossbody dive on both Saraya and Jamie, and they in turn crashed Ruby into the barricade. Jamie looked really strong with the double suplex and double lariats. There was one point both Jamie and Ruby were pummeling Saraya and she just screams, "Stop!"
Back in the ring.
That was really funny, kind of remind me of Layla's stopping situation. And things got really crazy non-stop action at the end. Mandatory Tower of Doom followed by PTO, but Jamie breaks it with the Haterade. Saraya then hits Jamie with the Rampage. Ruby with Destination Unknown on Saraya, another Haterade on Saraya, and at the end, Jamie picks up the win with the roll-up. Kind of abrupt and unsatisfying finish, but so glad that Jamie got to retain here. Post-match, Toni immediately takes out Britt and attacks Jamie in the ring, but Ruby tosses Saraya and Storm outside of the ring, and as she celebrates with Hayter, heel turn, hits no future kick on Hayter and Destination Unknown on Baker. Toni then joins Alba Fire on my leave the poor camera person alone list, smashing a camera for no reason, and Saraya hands Ruby the green spray and they spray L on Baker and Hayter. I mean, I love it. I needed this heel Ruby. Finally, she'll get to be a badass ass kicker we all wanted her to be, and she looked so good doing this. I also love that AEW Original versus XWW storyline is moving forward with this. I think we'll potentially see either Shida or Rio joining forces with Jamie and Britt. But really, this has potential to be the full-on Civil War. Let's go there. There's a lot of disappointment from this pay-per-view, from Jade Cargill getting snubbed from the card to women only getting 10 minutes, but this match and segment itself was very, very entertaining. I'm very satisfied. Alright, thank you so much for tuning into this week's weekly review. If you haven't yet, check out my video attending a Stardom show. I did get yelled at by Stardom people, but whatever, this video is still up and hopefully it will be a good guide in helping you attend a Stardom show if you get a chance. Also, we booked some blockbuster interviews in coming weeks, first with Nia Jax this weekend, so share your favorite moments of Nia if you haven't yet in the community tab. And for those asking, Joy Giovanni interview is still in my hard drive. I just didn't have time to work on it, but I will get to it. And yeah, I've got some really big things lined up heading into WrestleMania, so if you want to be up to date with everything exciting stuff happening to Ring the Bell and me, you can find me on social media, DShin on Instagram and Ring the Bell DS on Twitter. Alright, see you next time. Bye!